You did it, you guys!
Yay!
It only took you 2 months, but you defeated the Obscura!
We've been in this courtyard forever. Does anyone know who we were fighting?
Oh, they're so...
They call themselves the Obscura. They were hired to protect this place.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jag, the fight is over.
Did you win?
Well, considering all of our rivals are lying on the ground, I would assume so, yes.
Is the field keeping us here gone?
Yes, it still is there.
I will stay here until you adventurers sort out this problem, or are killed. At which point, I have little to no chances of survival. If I have any right to live, it will be hidden underneath this bed.
Okay.
Kind of scrambles down in there. Scrambles under the bed.
Do you need any food or anything while you wait?
How long will it take you to clear out this cult?
I don't know, but maybe if you want to have a short rest, some rations.
Go free me.
Kaya reaches into her pack, pulls out a little pack of rations, slides it under the bed, and leaves.
Gently gives him a PB&J.
Yeah.
Mom friend alert. You want some gum? I also have some water.
Can I hear that going down?
Yeah, sure.
So if I hear that going down, William takes out a little book from his pocket and writes down, remember to check in on disgruntled merchants when we leave.
Okay, what do you do now? There are a series of unconscious bodies all around you. Also, Jerusalem is just gone. You don't know where Jerusalem is.
So...
Oh, you know what? Rowan, let's start with you since you're isolated from the rest of the group.
Alright.
You are in a room with, Scum's unconscious body. Maybe dead.
Yes.
Unclear to you.
I wanted to look around and see where Scum had been dragging me.
The building that I described earlier that was next to the brew house and chicken coop, where that had multiple rooms, and that was where they had put all of your guys' stuff while you were being held captured. Scum dragged you in there. It was the closest room.
Okay. Here's the thing, I can't really tie Scum up because Scum just has shapeshifting abilities, so what can I do about that?
Are there any bags?
I mean, you can always stab the body to make sure they're dead, if you think that's something Jerusalem would do.
Normally Jerusalem would, however, he still has, a grudge against Vakamsha, and right now Scum is the best way to find out more information.
Okay. Oh, also, I probably shouldn't be doing that. I will point out, Scum did loot you. So if you want to grab your stuff back.
Yeah, that's,
Just put Scum in a trash bag. Can't get out.
What are the, are there any short-term, short-term issues from putting a person inside of a bag of holding?
Yes, bags of holding only have limited amounts of air, in it. So after, I believe, 5 or 10 minutes, there's no more oxygen inside of the bag of holding until you, open it back up again, let air back in.
Also, D&D just released a new monster where it's someone who got stuck inside of one and turned into a monster.
There is also a spooky bag of holding monster, but you don't know about that.
But that's different. That's long-term. Jerusalem's gonna get all of his stuff back. This time he's putting it all in the magic bag of holding.
Okay, you find your coin purse immediately. One moment.
Wait, do I get extra money from her coin purse as well?
Yeah, I'm actually, if you hear stuff falling over, it is because I'm desperately looking up how much money Scum would have on her. I'm frantically, get me into the mainframe, I have to know.
I love this, just two rogues just roguing each other back and forth.
Just looting each other constantly.
Listen, we're not gonna argue who looted who.
Everyone looted each other. Oh, yikes. This is so sad.
Oh, what?
So, you find your 207 gold, 4 daggers, an extra set of thieves' tools, and 17 copper.
Oh! Oh no!
Jerusalem is disgusted.
I'm also pretty disappointed in Scott. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Or do you leave Scum's body? Like, what are your plans here?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna tie Scum up, even though that's not, not gonna do too much. It'll do something as long as she's on low health.
Oh, you can also take Scum's burglar pack if you want to.
Sure. I mean...
You grab their little duffel bag full of burglar stuff.
Which is exactly the same stuff I have, so...
Did you go to the same shop?
Yeah, they go to Rogues Are Us.
Bad.
Excuse you, the Braid is an exclusive customer of Jack's Very Good Things.
Which I don't think we're gonna
All of
get.
your armor just has Jag's Very Good armor embroidered on it, and then a little lizard man face. Oh, incredible. So you leave Scum the clothes on her back and you tie her up. Make a sleight of hand check just to see how good you do this.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, hopefully it should be good, right? Alright, so that's sleight of hand. So that's gonna be a 16.
Okay. And then you head on out.
Well, how would I check her, current state?
Medicine check.
Okay, I don't have a great medicine, but we'll try.
An investigation check, sure.
Oh. Well, I rolled a
Investigating
15
a body,
for...
yeah.
Yeah. So, if it's investigation, I got a 22.
Okay, well, truthfully...
But if it's medicine, I got a 15.
Okay, well, we'll just go with the medicine check. You grab Scum's arm and check for a pulse, and there's a pulse, so Scum's not dead.
Cool. Jerusalem's gonna hang out.
Oh.
Why should he go back to the team? The team should be looking for him. He's the leader.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's fine. Kaya was gonna go look for you.
Team. We cut outside.
I would like to start looting Concona immediately.
Okay. Concona has a dagger, a light crossbow, 20 crossbow bolts, and a magical scythe.
Okay, 20 magical scythes or a magical
20
scythe?
crossbow bolts and
Okay, I was like, what?
a scythe of shadows.
What could I use the Scythe of Shadows well? What type of, what is the scythe?
You would have to spend a short rest with it to kind of attune to it and know its capabilities. You know that when Concona would attack with it, it seemed to give Concona a chance to turn temporarily invisible and kind of hide.
Okay, I'm gonna take the scythe for sure. So, is it a hand crossbow or a light crossbow?
A light crossbow.
Is that a simple weapon?
No.
Then I'm not going to. I'm gonna take the dagger. And you know what? I'm gonna take the bolts.
Oh, they also have a holy symbol of Sylph, by the way.
That one's not gonna take, because Lois has a very...
That's kind of just asking for something bad to happen, stealing someone's holy symbol.
Okay, considering Lois's first encounter with Sylph was trying to rob Sylph, I think it's Lois is about to, and then just gets that memory, and then it's just kind of pulls it back, takes the bolts of the scythe and the dagger.
Make a medicine check real quick.
That's wisdom?
Yeah. In our game, at least. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't got a lot of wisdom, but I can certainly try. That's a 19. What the hell?
You check Concona's pulse. There isn't one. Concona is dead.
Oh! Lois. Yeah, I don't have anything for after they're dead. I don't got anything for that. Like,
well,
Lois is
not my
trying.
jurisdiction anymore. Bye.
Well, Lois is really awkward. Lois goes, Barkley, would you like this holy symbol? I would feel wrong leaving it here.
I would love to have another holy symbol.
Lois picks it up and hands it to Barkley, and it is, and he's literally like, "So I'm giving it to someone who appreciates it. I'm not stealing it."
Barkley affixes the holy symbol of Sylph to their cloak, which is their one piece of clothing, and they go, "Now I have two."
Oh,
Wow, Barkley, how come your mom lets you have two
Two
holy
holy
symbols?
symbols.
And Lois just goes like, what do you say when someone dies? That's like rest in peace. Like,
Do you want to make a religion check for how the Sylph Church honors their dead?
damn, I don't got a lot of wisdom, Riley, but sure, I'll do that. I got a 9. I don't know jack shit. Lois' encounter with Sylph is a very strange one.
And you don't know, something to do with berries or a wreath or something. You no one you likes died because you don't like anyone, so you've never attended a funeral.
I feel like Lois would then turn Barkley and go, "How would you say like, may you, I don't know how to." Lois is so awkward.
This is a very
like
cute
whisper
moment.
to
I'm going to
Barkley.
see if Barkley knows how to honor the dead.
And this is like this is very quietly to Barkley because they all share a god.
Hey, Barkley, how do you respectfully say rip?
Basically, like Lois is very awkwardly asking Barkley because Lois is like,
Getting ripped tonight. R.I.P. that.
"Wow!"
Can Lavinia help?
Yes, Lavinia,
Can Lavinia roll too?
please. I mean, does Lavinia worship Sylph?
Because this is a self.
No, but
this
we're
is a self
knowledgeable.
thing.
But I'm a
We would know how
scholar.
to
Sure.
respect people.
Okay, maybe.
Lavinia is a druid, so
Yeah.
Sylph is one of the gods of nature. It would make sense.
Yeah, like Lois is asking Barkley because of the self thing, and was very quietly whispering, but you see very awkwardly above the body.
I am a robot. When my people die, we are scavenged for parts.
So that's a no. Not even for.
One day, my wooden frame will be made into mulch. Lavinia, what did you get?
14.
14. You know that it is generally considered a good move in the Sylph Church to bury a believer of Sylph with a wreath and with berries kind of placed on their person somewhere. Like, some people put it in the mouth of the corpse, though not everyone does. But some like tuck berries into their pockets or place them on their eyelids like coins for the river Styx. And then they are buried and a tree is placed over them. You don't remember like rites or anything like that, but you know that that's generally the things you do for a body of a Sylph believer.
Do you tell that to the very awkward Lois, who's while hasn't said anything to you directly, is very awkwardly standing there trying to figure out. It's just like,
I'm not a practicer of this particular religion, but I think that when they die, people put like a wreath on them when they bury them. I think there's berries involved.
that I haven't attended any funerals, but that sounds right. Like Lois says, it's the thought that counts. So it's the yeah. I don't know. Your berries already.
While this is happening,
Wait, can I druidcraft a berry?
yeah, you absolutely can.
Just looking at make a nice wreath for him.
Dude!
Yeah, I can make a flower blossom or a seed pod bloom. Yeah, can I just druidcraft a small wreath, like a small one, like they would fit on the eye?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Does anyone else have anything to do while Lois, Barkley, and Lavinia begin to prepare Concona's body for burial?
The last rites.
I'd like to join in on the service.
You walk over.
Kind of reluctantly and kind of awkwardly.
Do you want to make sure you know all the dead people here first, or you're just like, Kinkona's the only one we liked?
We're going one by one and making sure that they're appropriate for their cultures.
Well, Lois only knew really Koda because of the Sylph thing. My question is, what does Kaya think of action? So Lois was kind of being snappy, bad day, and now Lois is actively trying to do a proper funeral, though very awkwardly, very much I don't know how to do this. I want to know that, in regards to that.
Kaya may be a paladin, but she's not really a death person, so she's dipping.
Okay.
Kaya's
she's trying to find their
I'm
boss.
a book person, not really a life person.
Look, I'm all about learning. Am I learning from this death? No? Okay, bye.
Okay.
Not learning about a funeral process?
Kaya has the Twilight Sparkle character arc.
Okay, you're telling me that Kaya wouldn't think that a funeral process for the people of Sylph?
To be clear, it's not a good funeral process. It's like
No, but it's still
it's
something.
the basic movements half remembered. You don't remember any rites or anything. You just know that they're buried with a wreath and berries are involved somehow. Kaya's not learning anything really new there.
I just wanted to roll to see if Kaya knew anything. As she's passing by, she's just like, as she's passing by these people, just to see if she knows anything, if what they're doing is wrong or good or whatever. And I don't know what I'm rolling for, but I got a nat 20.
Kaya, you, in the Church of Osmaldus, have read extensive books on, when you knew you were working with Lois, who had, like, a connection to Sylph, you found books on the Sylph religion and read, lots of books on their different beliefs and practices. And you were shocked and frustrated to find out that Lois practices nearly none of them.
Lois isn't an actual religion.
You found out your friend is Catholic, and so you studied up on Catholicism, and then you meet them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm Catholic, but I'm not Catholic like that." And you're like, "Oh, okay."
I think Kaya isn't gonna like try and correct any of what these guys are doing,
That's
but
so mean.
I think as she passes by, she does get like a little soft smile of like, they're trying their best, and that's cute.
She doesn't even know correct.
No.
Does anyone want to loot the other bodies and check if anyone else is alive?
I'd like to look around. I'd like to investigate, not to loot, but to like learn about the people.
Anything else?
Sure. Mirage was making a getaway when he fell and hurt himself very badly, so he'd be on the other side of the dormitory building. And if you want, I can give you an outline of the kind of map. But
Sorry.
Bodies that have not been looted yet are Chuckles, Borla, and Mirage.
I think Borla, just because that was the first.
Sure.
The first blood. Right. Sort of major first entry that he had into the fight.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be the first place he fights.
Your rival.
Yeah. There we go. That's really good way to say it.
So Borla, you go over, has a spiked shield for javelins, an explorer's pack, 17 copper, and a magical warhammer of some nature. When she would attack, the warhammer head would split into two. But you don't know how she did that or anything. You'd have to spend time with it.
Okay. Anything on it? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's pretty much what's on her, unless you want to take her explorer's pack.
But nothing to reference their religion or culture or background or...
Roll investigation.
You actually care about the people at Lois was just awkwardly.
We're not allowed to accept gifts or fines greater than 25 gold value.
Thank you. We're getting weird looks, and I appreciate you, explaining that to them.
This is government work.
This is on the clock. So that is not natural, but it is a 20.
Okay, and this is investigation on Borla specifically. So you lean down, you kind of poke around her body. You immediately know this is a sky dwarf from Refuge. It's wild to find one this south.
Yeah.
Also without a crew. Refuge is very near Libitina, so you like deal with dwarves in your day-to-day life. There are some areas like where the two countries kind of coincide on the map, where there are just like villages and stuff that share and cohabitate space, because it's not really clear, is this Refuge territory, is this Libitina territory? Who cares? It's on the border. It's, that sort of thing. So, dwarves, based on the greenness of her hair, she is a sky dwarf. And it's weird she's out here by herself. Sky dwarves generally stick to their crews. Dwarves are an incredibly paranoid people in this setting because of a horrible, shared, tragedy in their culture's past that drove them out and made them have to entirely reinvent their culture. And so, they never got over that. They are extremely paranoid, wary people, and they don't separate from each other lightly, because then the monsters underground get you. So it's weird she's here by herself. You don't find any religious markings.
Okay.
There's a tattoo of a boar, but that kind of just seems kind of more her leaning into her aesthetic.
Would I have enough to write a letter home?
No. You see there is a tattoo. There's a tattoo in Thieves' Cant, and that is pretty much her only identifying feature.
Okay.
And you don't speak Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, no. Is it similar to dog?
No, Thieves' Cant is not similar to dog.
Dog has written language?
Yeah, we've got language.
The dog folk have a written language,
How long do we work together?
You always write in common.
I have to. We're required to write in common.
This is incredible. If anyone wants to grab the Warhammer, now is the time before I close Borla's sheet and delete her off of the initiative.
I would say I'm busy with the
I've already got a halberd, a glaive, and 6 javelins, and a net, so...
Hey, magic items are magic items. You can always sell them for money.
I was gonna say magic items are magic items.
Would I know, just a generic, just sort of passing word that I could say over my rival?
You were cool. You were a real one.
No, sort of by the book.
Yeah.
The messengers have a written thing, if not sure denomination.
Oh, that's interesting. Do the white messengers have a little funerary rite that they give?
I like that.
You know what? You tell me. You're the white messenger here. Well, one of two. Do the white messengers, this pan-cultural, pan-national, organization of map makers and mailmen, do they have a little thing they do for people they come across on the road?
Almost certainly.
Sure.
I don't think he paid attention in that class because it's a little too personal for people. It's...
Yeah.
It implies you care too much about other people. And he does, but, not in that
He doesn't
way.
want people to know.
Yeah, so almost certainly there is one, but he's not nice enough to...
You mutter a quick word to Godric, the patron of Libitina, and you move on. Who wants to check out Chuckles? Oh, also, you can do a medicine check on Borla if you want to see if Borla's dead or alive.
Oh, my natural 20 didn't... I guess it was a different check.
Nat 20! Yeah, Borla's dead.
It was unnatural. It was not...
Okay, well, I've already said Borla passed, sadly.
I feel like I investigated her pretty...
pretty thoroughly.
closely.
She's kind of an enigma. There's not a lot going on with her. You move on to Chuckles?
Yeah.
Lavinia wants to know what's up with the bow.
Oh, Lavinia, you also go, this is actually, so you look over, real quick. Oh my gosh, Chuckles, you are holding out on everybody. Chuckles has an explorer's pack 3 platinum pieces,
Damn.
2 twin short swords, and a +1 great bow, and 19 arrows.
Platinum. Why are they loaded?
Chuckles is low. Everyone else has had copper.
What is Chuckles up to?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why's Chuckles got the platinum?
How much gold does platinum equal?
So he has the equivalent of 30 gold.
Damn.
Okay.
Is there anything I can learn about him and where he came from?
Sure, roll investigation.
Investigation. Oh, that's bad.
Do you mind if I assist? Is that okay?
Ooh, can he assist?
Yeah.
Investigation would be intelligence, so I'm gonna roll that again. Oh, okay, so 2.
I got an 11.
Oh, okay.
This is a hyena man. And he came from the desert.
He sure did.
Those poor people.
People.
You know, Kaya is from the desert. Kaya maybe would know something, but you're like, hyena man.
Yeah.
you
Not much to...
yeah, do you pick up the 3 platinum? Or
Greater than 25 gold.
It is. It is not
2
a...
platinum. Pick up 2 platinum.
We'd have to declare it hold it in an account for charity for a while until somebody claims
this
it.
is incredible. Do you leave? Okay, so you're leaving the 3 platinum and the +1 great bow.
Well,
Is what I'm
the
hearing.
great bow... So the great bow is actually imbued with magical properties, is that correct?
Yeah, it is a +1 great bow. This is incredible workmanship. Like,
In this world, magic's not very, quantifiable in that way.
no, there is. Magic is available in this world in 2 kind of ways. There's like civilized, industrialized magic. Because, like, truthfully,
Okay.
there is magic that you can't learn, and there's powerful magic, and that makes wizards scary. But also, magic is also a thing you can learn from reading a book, so it's a lot like math, meaning everyone can go learn math if they want. So there's a certain threshold of magic that the world just kind of has access to in general, and then there are wizards who are like, we are the mathematicians, we are the scientists, so we figured out how to do the powerful stuff. So, like, there's people that know algebra, and then there's people that know rocket science, if that makes sense.
I would like to state that if they're leaving the platinum, Lois, seeing that, goes, well, obviously you can't take it, and just picks it up.
Anyway, if we're done respecting this body, I'm going to disrespect this one.
From Borla, and if the magical warhammer, if you want, and then 3 platinum and a +1 great bow. Unless William
How are you carrying this?
William can make use of a great bow. I think Kaya can make use of a great bow. I believe those are the only 2 people in the party that know how to.
I would take the great bow, but I already have javelin, so I've got long range down.
It's a +1 great bow, so it is inherently way better than your javelin, and also a base great bow, it would be better than the javelin, just
That's
period.
true. Yeah, I've already determined that Kaya has left and is not fond of looting, so if someone wants to give that to her, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see Lois doing that. Like, he would just be like, well, we can't let it go to waste. And, like, what if someone else picks it up and then desecrates their body? We at least killed him. It should be right.
It's rightfully ours.
Like, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but, like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think, through some of this rambling, he just, pats on the shoulder and be like, okay, it's your choice. Just...
Does Kaya have to roll to know to have seen which way Lois went, or not Lois, Jerusalem went?
Yes, and we'll absolutely do that as soon as Sir William, Lois, and Lavinia go look at Mirage's body. If they want.
Okay.
They might decide to
I
leave
would like
Mirage.
to.
No, I'm going systematically.
We're going to,
Okay.
but that's because Lois is trying to loot everyone.
We want to investigate before they loot everything.
No, Lois wants to be. We can't just leave them be. Those might be some magic, and you obviously are doing government work, and I'm just Well, let's just say I'm a little bit petty. That's what Lloyd says.
So you guys move around the dormitory building, and on the other side, you find Mirage's crumpled body. Lois, you quickly loot through the pockets. You find another 17 copper.
Damn.
A scholar's pack, Mirage's spellbook, a +1 arcane focus, also a dagger.
Yay, another dagger. I have 3 daggers now.
Is there anything Lavinia can perceive about Mirage's identity and purpose?
Roll investigation if you'd like.
Oh, I asked if I could perceive anything.
Oh, roll perception if you like.
Oh, that's only a 14.
So you find, again, the matching tattoo. Mirage also has the same Thieves' Cant tattoo on them. Based on their clothing, you know Mirage is from Libitina, actually. What can I give you on a 14 after all of their belongings have been taken?
Was I watching,
Oh, yeah,
Scholars pack stuff be
yeah.
and stuff.
So with a 14, you would know that, you just kind of take a look at Mirage's spellbook, and you were able to pretty quickly deduce that this was a man that was a criminal, but he seemed to be their party's wizard. And so, just based on what you'd seen, he seemed to specialize and practice illusion magic. So if you were an illusionist, or if you could get good use out of illusion magic, sort of that thing, it seems like Mirage's spellbook has a lot of good stuff in there for you. If you want evocation or defense or necromancy, it seems like nothing like that went in there. This was a wizard that was like, I'm gonna do crime for the rest of my life, and so I need to learn all the crime spells. And then sat down and did that. And it's from Libitina. You would also know.
Can I try to figure out if they are somebody recognizable that I could write a letter home to?
Sure. Roll
Get enough information.
perception or investigation.
Oh, I can use perception?
Sure. I let
That's
Megan.
not one.
Oh!
He looks wet.
He looks
I don't
wet.
think he's actually from Libitina.
You can see right there the embroidery on the collar.
It's too wet.
Probably a fake.
It's too wet.
Hey, you've got some sweat dripping into your brow. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
With a 14, also, Lavinia, you know Mirage is unconscious, not dead.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Managed it somehow.
Do we want him alive?
Shoot, do we want him alive?
That's an excellent question.
Is it our duty? I forget.
It doesn't seem like it's our duty to preserve life, just not end it if we don't have to.
Oh!
We do need to figure out how to get it out of here, right?
There's still the energy up, and you have not explored this facility at all. You also know there's catacombs beneath it where they tried to feed you to a weird dragon baby thing.
I do wonder if this is part of a group compelled to protect this place, if they might not have something to share information-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be useful?
I think it would be useful, yeah. But I'd like to hear what they say.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you want.
Yeah, can I use healing hands?
Absolutely. How many hit points do you give Mirage?
4?
Sure. Mirage kind of.
And I got sword at the ready.
He fell on his leg bad. You don't think he could move very fast, even if he wanted to. He's a wizard.
Walking's not in really there.
He kind of goes to straighten his glasses. He wipes them off, but they immediately dew over and a fog over. And he kind of pulls himself up out of the mud and leans against the dormitory building. Right. Well, I surrender. He puts up his hands. like to be cuffed. You go, take me to jail. I won't fight. Clearly, I've been bested.
Before we get too far, if I could get your name, just in case I have to end your life, I want to be able to write to your neck. Full name, please.
Mirage, no last name.
I just give this like a really like.
I'm from the Crown Cone Orphanage. My next of kin would be Scum, I guess. You could say. We grew up together.
2 M's?
2 M's in Mirage. No.
No, Scum.
2 M's in Scum. No. I've been apprehended by fools.
Well, thank you very much.
Fools and thugs.
I love the irony of a dog being the mailman.
Yeah.
We're very good at fetching. Did you want to ask them a question?
I don't want any trouble. I am not going to try to... He kind of moves his hands down to straighten out his robes. He goes, I'm not going to try anything. Clearly, I've had my arcane focus and spellbook taken from me, so I couldn't practice magic even if I wanted to.
Lois in the background is just whistling as he's just flipping through.
Yes, that was intentional.
I assume my fellow comrades have also been apprehended. Look, we are just here to do a job for a boss. We were hired to guard this abbey for the lovely parishioners.
Unfortunately, and that's all Lois says.
Yes, clearly.
Well, let's bring him with us.
I don't want to go I would like, if you could let me go, actually, I will...
Does it look like I could overpower? I'm stronger than them, right?
He's a wizard. He's like he is like a tall, gangly steam man wearing glasses in like Hogwarts robes, but like if someone from Hogwarts dropped out to do low-level crime. Like, you feel like a stiff breeze could overpower him.
Okay, especially with the leg issue, right?
It's very nice to meet you, Mirage. No last name. You'll be coming with us, actually.
Yes, I'm very sorry, but you will be.
So we might need to have more conversations.
Very well. Show me to my compatriots. I will explain the situation to them. I see they're not with you, so we'll just all have a lovely chat. I'll convince them all to surrender, and we'll all go on our way. We'll follow you to wherever you want to go. Not that I know how to escape. I was not informed there was a magical field here.
No.
You're all making faces
What I mean...
at me. Like I said something wild.
I mean to say, Lavinia, how should we put...
Your friends have passed on, hopefully, to the fields with Sylph. At least for some of them.
Right? Am I to believe I'm the sole survivor? Or is there another one somewhere?
Well, that's up to you. As far as I know in the fight, we only had a finite number, but I'm sure you would know if there was any others around.
Mirage's face he just steals his face. Just face goes entirely emotionless. Glasses fog up. Can't see his eyes.
It is unfortunate. I'm truly sorry. And Lois is not lying on this. This isn't a lie.
I imagine it must have given you great pain to go through their bags and take their possessions.
Lois just stacked with everything.
And now Lois would look Mirage dead in the eyes and go, would you not do the same with me?
Doesn't say anything.
That's what I thought.
Okay. So I assume you tie up Mirage's hands with some rope, or if you have manacles, you use those.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya, you have been walking around looking for Jerusalem.
Yeah, but can I roll for looking for him?
Yeah, roll
Listen,
perception.
there's a big trail of blood.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a big facility, though.
Yeah, that's right.
What am I rolling exactly?
Perception or investigation?
So that would be 14.
You move kind of away from the other group as they go through the bodies of the Obscura. And as you do, you see the door to the storage room that you snuck into earlier is open. You walk over, you lean in, and you see Jerusalem, beat to hell, covered in blood and mud, but alive. The unconscious or maybe dead body of Scum on the floor. Jerusalem has all his things. Jerusalem, Kaya peeks their head in through the doorway.
Jerusalem's just like sitting there impatiently. He's like, finally! Took you long enough.
We were a little preoccupied. I see you handled yourself well.
I did. He's like kind of proud of himself.
Well, Jag will be awaiting us under a bed hidden in a room until we're able to get rid of the force field that's holding us in. And I would like to see what is going on under that temple.
Right, and I would like to learn more about whoever hired the Obscura. So, help me pick Scum up. We'll bring her back to wherever.
I just have rope. I don't have a bag or anything.
She's tied up.
I feel like you guys bought manacles at one point.
Yeah, and I used them on her.
And then she got out of them because she's a
That's
jelly
right.
person.
After a bit, you see Kaya and Jerusalem come back with the unconscious body of Scum.
Ah,
Oh, good. We did miss Scout.
Jerusalem intends to stay near his prisoner's body until he can interrogate her. Because he does not want her running off a second time.
Okay. Scum will be unconscious for hours, unless otherwise healed.
Well, listen, he has 1 hit point. His excuse is that he's watching the prisoner, but in reality, he's not going anywhere.
I feel like Lois goes, we should speed things up. And I'm probably going to use...
Does anyone have healing?
I have Cure Wounds. I also have... Yeah, so Lois is gonna do Cure Wounds.
Okay.
On who?
First on... So... While you are up, that means you are somewhat conscious. Do you want this... You know what? No, I want to speed things up, and does it for the Scum just to get her awake.
What?
Lois doesn't want to wait around.
Heal the boss!
You just made it so much more difficult to hold our prisoner. We still have to get off this island.
And we don't know how until we figure
Leave
it out.
her unconscious.
We don't know how to do
We
that.
have your guy!
He doesn't know anything. He said he didn't know.
We didn't really talk to him that.
He said he didn't know.
And we believed him?
But also, we don't know if he doesn't know anyone who might know how to fix the problem.
We can figure it out. Scum was the leader.
Jerusalem,
brought it
like,
up.
steps in front of Lois.
Catch that heal!
Lois holds the hand and goes, do you want information or not? Kaya's here, we have Barkley, there's a lot more people.
Maybe we could be healed up first before we heal our prisoner? And they have more health than us?
I feel like with that, Lois is gonna definitely do the tap of the face, but it's a little harder than it needs to be. That's what it is. That is
Like, just narrowly bordering on a slap.
yes,
Jerusalem
exactly.
has 1 HP, my dude!
I was thinking you would, like, push Jerusalem back, like, whatever, get out of here.
No, this is exactly what Lois would do.
Okay.
So, it's 1d8 plus my casting modifier, which is a 5.
How much do you have to heal to wake up someone?
1 hit
One.
point.
Yeah,
So-
okay. You heal Jerusalem, Mega can heal me, and I will do a lay on hands for 1 HP.
Okay, so, Jerusalem, you get 7 HP back. Lois literally
Nice.
does the barely slap and goes, no move. Out of my face.
fine.
Was there anyone else that got
Hey,
damaged?
I've got 1/3 of my health back.
Nice.
Oh, buddy.
8 hit points.
8 hit points is 1/3 of your health. You are the saddest, most cursed creature. Your HP.
I am a child suffering of consumption in the Victorian.
Awful.
Well, now I feel bad for complaining because I'm also kind of at 1/3 of my HP right now, but that's 19.
Jerusalem's like so offended that he comes back here, narrowly surviving, and you're just like, whatever, we're gonna heal this person.
Yeah, because it's gonna be easy to just smack him awake, which is what Lois was fighting on doing.
Hey, if no one else wants to heal up before we do...
Yeah,
I can-
Lavinia, you had some heals you wanted to give to people before Kaya brought up Scum.
Yeah.
Who needs it?
I'm at 20.
I would like one. If that would be nice.
I would also.
Sounds like maybe Jerusalem would like one, but
Jerusalem might need another.
I'm at 8.
Jerusalem won't get much either way. Jerusalem only has a certain amount.
I mean, you're not gonna heal me more than like...
Yeah, it's more than your
yeah,
you can do.
13 is the total I can take right now.
Right?
What were
Like a
you
lesson?
at, Reese?
I'm at 20 out of 27.
Okay, I'm at 19 out of 39.
I rolled for Kaya and I have 7.
Lovely, 26.
And then it seems like Jerusalem. Is that the consensus?
If you must.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
Jerusalem's gonna die.
Okay. I will roll for Jerusalem.
Oh, it's also 7.
Nice.
I rolled low. Sorry.
Yay!
Feeling much better now.
15 health.
Nice.
You're 3/4 alive. Alright, and I'm going to spend 1 HP to wake up the baby.
The baby?
Babe?
I was about to say the boy, and then I forgot what their pronouns were, so...
Baby?
Scum's
Yeah.
like a full-grown woman in like a leather outfit. Whatever. Scum comes back up with 1 hit point. She struggles up, immediately sees Mirage, who just kind of lifts up his bound hands and smiles weakly at her. She does a quick scan of the area immediately, clocks all of you, clocks that Lois has everyone's stuff, and clocks that no one else is here, and just kind of sinks down and goes, right. Well,
Alright. Jerusalem steps forward.
I almost had you.
Yeah. Almost did. Not quite. We busted your entire team. You two, are the only ones remaining. And... we need to get off this island.
Right.
And also see what's under that temple.
Yeah, that too.
Ooh. A lot of questions. Well, first of all, I'm not going to answer any of them until you promise to let me and Mirage go and untie us.
No, we're not gonna tie you before you answer our questions, so you can run off.
I'm an ooze genasi. I can escape these bindings whenever I want, and my wizard friend over there, Mirage, well, he can just poof into steam and glide away, so it's really more of a formality,
It would
really.
take 1 kick from me to put you back in the grave.
Intimidation check.
I'll do it.
Do it! Do it, you coward!
It's not great. I can safely say this does not succeed.
What'd you get?
It's a 4.
Scum rolls her eyes.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like Lois goes, how about you do that and then being able to take down the field, we let you go.
Alright, give me my ooze dagger back, and we have a deal.
I don't have it. I have everyone else's stuff, but
You
not
don't
that.
need a weapon.
After you let us go, I'm not saying now, but, these swamps are dangerous, and if my boss finds out that we failed in such a stupendous manner, he may be rather furious with us, and that's not even mentioning that the members of this church might also want to hunt us down for our failure to protect them. After all, that's why we were hired. At the very least, give me back my weapon so that I can get me and my associate back to the nearest town. We will skedaddle back up to where we came from, and you'll never see us again.
All right, everyone.
We'll give it back to you once you answer our
Lois?
questions, because...
I have a proposal. And Jerusalem turns back to Scum. He's like, I know how it is to be a thief. Maybe I'm a little bit better, but we'll get to that later. I would like to make a proposal for you. You cooperate with us, tell us everything you know about Vakamsha, whatever we need, blah blah blah, so and so. We will get you safely back to town. And along the way, considering that we need you alive, we'll make sure that you're not killed off by anyone here.
Roll persuasion check.
Hopefully this is better than my 4.
Why would you do this when you don't have... Why not just tell Lois, who has the good charisma?
Because Jerusalem wants to be in charge.
You don't have good charisma!
I got a 19!
Nice.
Okay. Scum sighs and goes, all right, fine. Clearly you've killed everyone else, so it's not like I actually have that much of a choice. What do you want to know?
Jerusalem's like,
What's the deal with the big force field in the sky?
That has nothing to do with us or the original members, the people we were, hired to protect. That is some sort of safeguard that was placed in by the people that built this abbey. The cultists know how to activate it, but they don't power it. They have nothing to do with it. They just turned it on. It came with the property. Whatever is hidden here is a very powerful divine artifact that clearly Sylph wanted protected. It was supposed to keep people out, though. She looks around the dilapidated ruins of this abbey and she goes, clearly it didn't work. So, take that for what you will.
Kaya furiously taking notes in her journal.
me too. Alright. So, the cultists activated this, you say. Do you know where they could be hiding?
Unless you saw them scrambling around, I imagine they're still at their watch posts, probably laying down or, rolling themselves under a tarp of some sort, and the various watchtowers positioned along the walls. The rest of them, must have fled underground into the catacombs.
Jerusalem kind of looks back to Kaya. He's like, do we have to do this now?
Well, it looks like we can't leave if we don't.
She runs a hand through her mud hair angrily. Is there anything else?
Barkley, you said you had a thing going on?
I received a vision from the goddess Sylph about protecting this abbey. I was told something terrible would happen, and I needed to come here as quickly as possible to prevent it, and save something precious, which I imagine must be the divine artifact that is being protected here.
It looks like there are 2 votes to go down into the catacombs.
So, Jerusalem, a couple more things you could ask about, just so you don't lose track of all the things you wanted to ask about. You can still ask about the Abbey, the Obscura, Vakomsha.
Oh, I feel like, Lois would go, the Obscura, that symbol. How long have you been around?
Well, I've been with this group for about as long as I could steal, but the Obscura is relatively new. It's a powerful thieves guild in Libitina. They recruit up pretty much anyone and everyone they can get to agree to work with them, and those that don't, let's just say it's better to make money with them than to try and make it on your own.
All right. Lois is looking at Jerusalem now.
Yeah. Jerusalem's like, what do you know about Vakomsha? Why did he say that he was an old friend of the Estierals?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about Vakomsha. He's an old man that appears to be very powerful in the Obscura, maybe even runs it. He recruited us all, rather aggressively.
I would like to know. I would like to know what a fiend is doing on this level.
Couldn't tell you. I don't know about any fiend.
Do you know about any sort of transportation, boats, anything? So you've got to get off, back and forth from this island somehow.
Well, this island is in a swamp. It's not that hard to get off. Wait. Do you think you're still in the ocean? Oh, that's adorable. You have no idea where you are. Right, but we were told that you were captured at sea. No, you're in a swamp. Right now.
Yes, I've gathered that, but where?
On the continent of Taurius. Inland. In grayscale. Quite deep, actually.
Goes to check the maps.
Yep, checking the map.
It's a big area. Am I narrowing it down?
So, Swallow's March right above Shadowhorn?
Swallow's March. Yes, that is the name I was looking for. You're in Swallow's March.
Oh. Hey, they carried us the rest of the way.
Nice.
But even a marsh, like, you normally have to have a boat to get through.
It's not...
Some marshes aren't that deep.
It's pretty thick here in terms of foliage. It shouldn't be too hard for you to journey. I mean, obviously this abbey is built on kind of a raised island in the middle of it, but I don't see any problem why you couldn't walk yourself back to Shadowhorn. These two, they walked, and gestures at Sir William and Lavinia. The fish people that brought you, they walked. Well, I guess the fish people.
They can go wherever.
They do say that about fish people.
Do you know anything else about the whatever she called it, the divine artifact in the temple, or anything that might be down there, or is that all you know?
We were just hired to protect this area. It was organized by Vakomsha. It is the cult that wants the divine artifact and has moved in here. We are just bodyguards.
Without Vakomsha, do you know if there's anyone particularly in charge of running things here at camp?
Yes, that would be the leader of the cult, Valorous.
What can you tell us about Valorous?
Big man, moth folk, fancies himself a bit of a priest and a bit of a knight. The cultists have taken to calling him Father Valorous, Sir Valorous, the Black Moth, the Cloak Wing, the Honorable, all sorts of stupid names like that.
Well, I suppose we have our target on how to get the field down. Should we have Jag watch our prisoners?
Let's leave Jag alone.
I think Jag has 1 HP!
Oh, you're right.
Let's just leave Jag alone at this point.
Alright, well, someone's gonna have to watch the prisoners, unless we're bringing them with us.
We can bring them with us.
But at what point are we gonna be stabbed in the back while we're in the middle of it?
They don't have anything at the moment.
We can't be stabbed in the back if they don't have their ooze
Exactly,
knives.
they don't got
If I
anything.
hold them in front of me, they can only front stab.
Exactly.
Look, we just have them walk in front of us.
Yep. Well then, that's bad because I wouldn't be cool with that because we made a promise to keep them safe, and I think keeping them safe is not putting them in front of us.
Yes.
Okay, you walk in front, We put them behind you. We walk behind them.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I've got good armor. I'm gonna put my shield on my back so I'll get a +2 AC. To the back.
Okay, so
Scum, is there really nothing else in the storage room that could be of use to us?
there's cool, dope things hidden all over this place. It's a spooky old abbey.
Could you elaborate on specifics?
But then if I did, then there would be less treasure for me after you all leave.
But you would still be alive.
Yeah, well, no arguing with that, I suppose. Well, off the top of my head, the cultists got the medical, area back up and running, so that there was a on-site, kind of doctor, who lived in a, hut near the, what's the word for the place where the pastor lives? Parish?
The pulpit?
Live in the pulpit.
Cloister.
There's a medical hut, There's a medical hut set up near the parish or the cloister. I don't know the correct term because I'm a criminal that never went to church.
Good cover.
Uneducated.
The cultists, when they moved in, they got that back up pretty much immediately. There are several healing potions stocked there, I'm sure. And I know that the scriptorium and the abbot's personal library probably also have interesting books left over. And anything else has been stripped and taken down into the catacombs. I don't know why.
Wonderful. Well, take us there.
Given that we've made it clear that your survival and safety depends on our survival and safety, I think that going to the medical site and getting all of us healed up a little bit more would be the best thing to do before we head in and deal with these cultists.
Sure. Also, there's a lot of valuable art here while we're listing things of value. And I know for a fact that Father Valorous purchased the deed to this land. So, if you find that, you would have legal ownership over this abbey, which I'm sure, is a very, expensive piece of property, if not entirely run down.
I mean, it is in a swamp, but...
If it's lawful property, we can...
Oh, Crumpet's gonna love it!
Crumpet's new home!
Crumpet gets to have a swamp!
As you declare this happily, the camera pulls away from our 6 heroes and deep underground. It moves quietly through a nest of tangled catacombs and then moves into a large carved stone room deep underground. It's a subterranean chamber with these bowls set along in a line towards a large offering shrine. Green flame illuminates the room dimly, and you see light glinting off piles of gold and valuable paintings and statues and magical items set about wildly in this room in an offering to the shrine. Atop the shrine, you see a massive great bow that looks like it has grown entirely naturally out of a tree. It looks like gnarled tree roots have grown themselves into the shape of this massive great bow, the size of any of you. And a golden green beam of glittering light connects the two. Impressive golden things adorn it. Various runes glow lightly with fairy fire across its body. And you see, placed into the offering shrine, being poured over this great bow by a large moth-like individual, is red blood? Or ocean water, maybe? And as he pours the water over the bow, you see it sink into the wood. and the glow of the runes changes ever so slightly.
Hey Mark Experience listeners, it's end credits time. I know you love hearing this part, but I like to remind you guys that you can find us on Tumblr, Instagram, and even TikTok. And if you like to buy the music, you can buy it all at markexperience.bandcamp.com. We also have a constantly growing collection of merch at redbubble.com/people/mark-experience, where you can buy posters and shirts and stickers and all that. If you want to support your favorite editor and musician, you can head over to my Ko-fi account at ko-fi.com/Jamie Remy. That's spelled JAMIEREMY. Mark Experience can be located basically anywhere podcasts exist now, so you can listen wherever's easiest. See you next episode.
Time is soup.
Time is soup.
Time is soup, and the soup is for my family. Don't worry.
Time is soup and I am fork.
Oh no!
Time is soup, and why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
You took
How
the
grab-
thing I said and made it better.
How grab it? How grab the soup?
No one knows.
With hand?
You grab the soup with hand? You touch it?
No, you lap it up.
You're the only one that's a dog.
You fooled.